Have you ever opened a panel and found a terminal that looked like it had been through a fire? Black, burned, corroded. Or maybe you've replaced a connection, tightened everything down, checked the current, and a few months later that same joint is overheating again. Everything seemed right. So why does it keep failing? Many electricians never get a clear answer. They replace the damaged connection and move on. But the real answer goes deeper than a loose terminal or an overloaded circuit. It comes down to chemistry. Specifically, two chemical processes that can silently damage electrical connections over time. Welcome back to Sparky Education. Today we're looking at oxidation and reduction, commonly called redox reactions, and why understanding them is important for electricians, linesmen, technicians, engineers, apprentices, and inspectors. Let's start with the basics. Oxidation occurs when a substance loses electrons. Reduction occurs when a substance gains electrons. A simple way to remember it is, oxidation equals loss of electrons. Reduction equals gain of electrons. These processes always occur together. When one substance loses electrons, another gains them. Let's look at a simple example. When iron reacts with oxygen and moisture, rust is formed. Chemists represent this reaction using a chemical equation. 4Fe plus 3O, 2 yields 2Fe, 2O3. In this reaction, iron becomes oxidized while oxygen becomes reduced. Copper can also oxidize. 2Cu plus O2 yields 2CuO. Over time, oxidation forms a layer on the conductor surface that can increase resistance and create poor electrical connections. Common causes of oxidation include moisture, oxygen, salt, contaminants, heat, and loose electrical connections. Now let's connect this chemistry to electrical installations. Electrical systems must be protected against loose connections, moisture, oxidation, and corrosion, because these conditions increase resistance. As resistance increases, heat increases. The result can be voltage fluctuations, overheating, damaged conductors, equipment failure, and even electrical fires. This is why all electrical joints must be electrically and mechanically sound. One area where this becomes extremely important is when joining copper conductors to aluminum conductors. Copper and aluminum should never be connected directly together without approved connectors and separation methods. Improper connections can lead to galvanic corrosion, causing oxidation, overheating, and eventual joint failure. This principle applies to service connections, potheads, weatherheads, grounding systems, lightning protection systems, and transformer connections. For grounding and earthing systems, one of the most reliable joining methods is exothermic welding, commonly called Cadweld. Exothermic welding creates a permanent bond between conductors and provides excellent resistance to corrosion. Another maintenance issue electricians and linesmen frequently encounter involves aging XLPE cables. After years of exposure to heat, sunlight, and moisture, insulation near potheads can deteriorate, exposing conductors and increasing the risk of faults. Preventative maintenance often includes re-insulating exposed conductors using approved high-temperature electrical tape. After re-insulating the conductors, phase identification tapes are applied to restore the correct color coding and ensure phases can be easily identified. This is a common maintenance practice at potheads, transformers, and service entrances. Proper crimping tools, approved connectors, compression lugs, and suitable joining methods must always be used. Remember, a connection is only as strong as the joint that holds it together. Oxidation and reduction are more than chemistry concepts. They are real-world processes that affect the electrical systems we install, maintain, and troubleshoot every day. Good electricians don't just install conductors, they understand how materials behave over time. That knowledge improves safety, reliability, troubleshooting, and system performance. Continue to watch, follow, and subscribe for more educational lessons on electrical theory, electrical installation, troubleshooting, refrigeration, air conditioning, grounding systems, and electrical safety. In our next lesson, we'll explain galvanic corrosion in greater detail and show how electricians can prevent conductor deterioration and connection failures in real-world installations. If you need professional electrical installation, refrigeration servicing, air conditioning maintenance, inspections, troubleshooting, panel upgrades, grounding systems, or professional electrical training, contact the team today at 1-876-807-2639. If you found this lesson helpful, share it with another electrician, technician, apprentice, or student who is learning the trade. Remember, knowledge builds confidence, and confidence improves safety. Sparky Electricians, Jamaica, powering homes safely and professionally.